Lil Wayne facing up to 10 years in prison if convicted. Looks like he just went to court, and yeah, man, looks like he's going to be in trouble again. And what's going on with this, man, in the news? It's just, you just heard about him endorsing Trump, and then now, with everything that's going on with all this craziness that just continues to go on, then we have Lil Wayne, looking at 10 years. A lot going on in hip-hop. A lot going on in hip-hop today. This might be a historic day in hip-hop. Well, maybe an infamous day at that. So it looks like they say that Carter was charged for possessing a gold-plated handgun in his luggage back in December. The lawyer says there was no allegation that he ever fired it, brandished it, used it, or threatened to use it. There was no allegation that he is a dangerous person. So, yeah, I mean, Lil Wayne hasn't gotten in any trouble. I don't think Lil Wayne has ever really gotten in trouble just for, carrying guns and drugs. That's another thing that they were saying, that there was supposedly cocaine, weed, and some prescription pills with also $25,000. But the attorneys on Lil Wayne's side, of course, are denying that allegation or those allegations. But for the most part, it's like, what's wrong with a rapper carrying a gun? I mean, these are high-profile celebrities. So I feel that if you reach a certain status in hip-hop or just in entertainment, you should be allowed to carry a gun. And I agree with what one of the attorneys or whatnot were saying about how they feel that if someone hasn't shown themselves to be a threat after a certain amount of time, they should be able to carry a gun and protect themselves according to the Second Amendment. So I do believe that now if you do have a rapper that's talking about killing people and guns and drugs and all this types of stuff all up in their music, then you might want to wonder and ask yourself, okay, should we allow this person to carry a gun? But I think that we can all agree with what's going on in hip hop with all these shootings and killings at that too. Why wouldn't a rapper want to protect themselves and carry a weapon? I mean, you can't always depend on your, security to get your back. There's going to be times where you're going to be alone and your security may not be there to protect you. And if you got some people coming at you with weapons, you should be able to defend yourself. Ain't that right? I mean, that's what everybody else was saying in previous videos. So, yeah, Lil Wayne has been in the press a lot lately these last couple of weeks. You also have where you go back to about the Trump thing. And then you got 50 Cent, who's also saying that he believes that Lil Wayne got paid to be in that picture. It looks like 50 Cent went on the Breakfast Club earlier this morning and made that statement. I mean, it was a real interesting sit-down interview. And then 50 goes on to talk about Pop Smoke, who was unfortunately another rapper that was, killed due to this violence, this unnecessary violence. And, when you have these incidents that seem to just be happening over and over again, it's just crazy how this just continues to happen. So how can you not agree with an MC, a rapper, a celebrity wanting to carry a weapon? So this also brings me to what happened yesterday with Benny the Butcher. He's getting big. He's getting some word out there. He's starting to become, with his group Griselda, with Conway the Machine, and what's his name? Can't believe I can't think of it right now. Yeah, West Side Gun, right? And these guys signed to Shady Records, Aftermath, with Eminem. So they're doing big things. They got Alchemist doing their production. They're out there doing their thing. So he was I believe he was at a Walmart in Houston, and they said, according to TMZ, let's just pull that up. According to the Houston Police Department, the New York rapper was in town Saturday and visiting the local Walmart with a couple of friends in tow. While they were in the car in a lot, they were told that a car with 5 guys inside pulled up next to them and whipped out guns demanding their chain. So apparently Benny was moving slow, and then one of the robbers, shot and fired into Benny's leg. So it looks like these guys just try to pull up on him and try to, get his chain, get his jewelry, try to whatever, punk him in the Walmart parking lot and shot at him, and then they drove off. What's interesting about this TMZ report is that they said that they pulled over and called the police. Now, I don't know if TMZ is trying to be funny right there or something, but, if for what they talk about in their music, I'm sure that they don't want a report going out that they went and called the police. But, hey, you got to do what you feel is right. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, it's getting crazy out there. And then they also said that just a few hours away that same day, Boosie was shot in the leg. So it's like, what's going on, people? What's going on out here, man? What's this world? What's hip hop doing? Now, another thing that happened today, if you just thought that was enough, it continues to the fallen soldier Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? It's like, what's going on here, people? This happened today as well, where his store, the Marathon clothing store in South Central Los Angeles, got vandalized. Let's pull up that report real quick. I mean, this is just crazy, man. Like, a lot in this week has been going on in hip hop, and it's all affecting black people. It's like, what's going on, people? What's up here? Is there something going on here that we don't know about? So, on Tuesday, multiple videos surfaced on social media showing the damage that was done to the store. The glass windows on the building were completely shattered, but there were metal bars still in place. We don't know if the assailants were able to get into the store and steal anything. So now you got all these gangbangers and everybody and people and hip-hop communities and just other people worldwide and people that support Nips and support the store and the clothing. They're going around saying, like, whoever did this, if we find you, you're done. A lot of the Crips from the Rolling 60s talking about how they're going to get these cats. They feel that it could be some of the enemies just making a statement. I don't know. But, yeah, like I saw some of the homies say and other people saying on Twitter, just, pray for those people, man. Pray for those people that did that and pray for the people that want to catch them and do this, because I think we've had enough violence in these streets. But, hey, there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of tension right now. Everybody's, feeling some kind of way of what's going on. I think with the election and politics and news and media and music and art and entertainment, it's just all just kind of crumpled together right now. But yeah, man, we're going to try to just stay with it and see what's going on in this hip hop community. Just my only point is that it's just interesting how this is just happening in the black community. With all the events that's going on in hip hop, it makes me wonder sometimes. It makes me think that there might be some kind of an agenda to keep rappers and artists that portray the street hustle or whatever it is that they come from, to just keep them down. I mean, it's just like, it seems like this is just happening too often and too much of a coincidence, where somebody actually really needs to go in and do the research on this. And maybe it might be myself. Maybe it might be me, because I don't think anybody else out there is really doing this. It's like you got the same week where Benny the Butcher gets shot. Lil Wayne gets a charge where he's probably going to look at facing 10 years for a guns charge. Nip's store gets broken into and vandalized. Boosie was also shot in the leg. It's just the list is just going on and on and on. I mean, I could go on, with a whole list of just other things that have happened, I'm sure, as you all know. And it's just, how does this keep happening? And you don't hear about this in the rock communities. You don't hear about this in the country music communities. You don't hear about this in other genres of music. I don't even believe you hear about it in the pop culture. So why is it that guns and killings and robberies have so much of an impact on hip hop and on the artists on hip hop too? Not just in the music, because that's what some people might say. Oh, well, it's the music. The music talks about this and it talks about that. And that's why all this stuff is happening to all those rappers. Could be. I definitely believe in that. And there's other people like Kanye that have said stuff like that about watch what you project into the universe. But for the most part, what I'm thinking is that, with the entertainment industry and with hip hop, is that it seems that I don't know if these rappers are just glorifying this type of lifestyle and that's why it's being attracted to them. But I just feel that it's happening to so many brothers at every level. I mean, we could talk about all the stuff that's not even being told to you on the news right now, all the stuff that's happening all over the streets of America right now. We could go on and talk about all the people that I see when I'm driving up and down the street getting harassed or just getting in trouble. But it seems that even these rappers like Lil Wayne and others that are at this high level that are multimillionaires are even fallen victim to these. And it even seems like these high profile rappers that are multimillionaires are even getting caught up in this mess. So it almost seems as if it doesn't matter really what your tax bracket is. It almost seems that if you're just black in America, and especially if you into hip hop and you associate with that crowd, you got to watch your back. You know what I'm saying? And again, you cannot blame a man for wanting to carry a gun when you got situations like this going on all around you. But hey, we're going to see what happens. It'll be next month is when he's set to go back. And with all this other craziness going on, I mean, we're going to see what happens with the vandalization of the Marathon clothing store. And basically, yeah, man, other than that, hopefully we're going to see if Benny the Butcher's going to drop an album about what happened or, talk about it later. But yes, that's today in hip hop.